I want to have a talk with you guys. I didn't know if I wanted to shoot this video now or if I wanted to shoot this video at some other point in the future. I decided we're going to shoot it right now. So this is a video, if you're looking at the title, this video is about 75 Hard, Gymshark66, and Body for Life. Now, I'm making this video in the middle of Gymshark66. And the main reason for that is because there's some things I want to talk about both 75 Hard and Gymshark, which is going to lead us into Body for Life. Now, the reason I'm doing it like this is because I kind of want to go over my experience from 75 Hard, how they're all similar, how they're different, what I would change about them, but in probably the order you should probably go in. So let's first talk about the way that all of these are the same is they're all habit forming. All of them almost requires you to pretty much build habits on a daily basis that you build upon day after day after day after day. And that's not such a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if you think it's a bad thing. They all emphasize a duration of pretty much of 2 to 3 months of time. And it does take about 66 days to actually form that habit. So the longer you go, the more you're going to keep that habit for the rest of your life. They all do focus in some varying degree on nutrition and exercise. Of course, Body for Life gives you pretty much a workout plan and nutrition, whereas Gymshark66 is more or less, hey, do you want to eat more veggies? Do you want to eat more protein? Do you want to just move more? Is there a certain type of workout like strength training or cardio that you want to do for the next 66 days? And of course, 75 Hard is you need to pick your own nutrition and you need to pick 2 workouts a day that you can do for the next 75 days. And all 3 of them are very structured approaches. It gives you everything you need. Like, for example, for 75 days, you're going to take a progress picture. For 75 days, you're going to do 2 workouts a day. There is no rest day. For 75 days, you're going to be reading a book. These are things that you know. And once you know these things, you just move on that. Same thing with Gymshark66. For the next 66 days what you're going to be doing. You're going to be eating fruit and veg with every serving, with every meal. You're going to be working out for 30 to 60 minutes a day for 66 days. And all 3 of them are very much progress tracking, whether it's through the app or it's through Gymshark66 has the Gymshark app that you can use. I know there is an app with 75 Hard. That's $5. I don't recommend it. Just put it in your calendar, whether it's Google Calendar or you have a different calendar that you can use, and you can track everything pretty easily. Now that we talked about the similarities, let's talk about okay, so we're just going to get this right out of the way about 75 Hard. 75 Hard is not a weight loss, fat loss. It's more of a mental toughness than it is a weight loss or fat loss. It's about adopting habits on a daily basis. Whereas Gymshark66 is more flexible than either one of those. It's still not about fat loss or weight loss. It's about progress, not perfection, which I love about it. And also the thing about 75 Hard, not 75 Hard, but Body for Life is It's more about a specific diet, and it's more about specific exercise routine, workout routine, than it is anything else. More about burning fat. It's more or less a body recomposition. The other ways is, whereas one of them focus on daily tasks. One focuses on habits. The other one focuses on exercise, nutrition, moving your body more. 75 Hard has absolutely no give to it. If you fail a day, you start over from day one. Whereas Gymshark66, it's like I say, it's more about progress over perfection. If you don't hit it today, get it tomorrow. And the same thing I could think of with Body for Life. And that's pretty much what I got for right now. I will make this video again after Body for Life, but let's now get into sorry, it's a little hot in this room right now, but that's not the point. So the things I would bring from 75 Hard in the Body for Life is the no excuses. There is no excuse. Get things done. Get it done. You have one free day a week to do whatever it is you want. That's your rest day. That's your cheat day. Just on that day, do whatever you want. Sunday through Friday, hit it. Now I'm not a person that does the whole, you got to start over from day one. I don't believe in that shit. But I would have done it on 75 Hard. This you don't have to. But when you feel like the pressure is on, that's when you perform your best. The other thing I would bring with me from 75 Hard, the Body for Life, is the progress photos, daily progress photos, because you could see changes in yourself from day to day. You could see your face slimming. You could see your man boobs receding. You could see part of your stomach receding day to day to day that you may not see in the beginning from day one. But as you keep looking, you will see it. Another one that I would bring if I could make my own program, the 10 pages a day of a self-improvement book. Possibly, fat loss, weight loss, building, business development, stuff like that. Those are things I would bring with me. Because I think, to me, that was pretty cool. I really did like it. From Gymshark66, it's already in there. Build on habits, build on building habits, and build on every day isn't going to be a perfect day. You're not going to crush the workout every single day. However, it would be the focusing on the mind, movement, and nutrition. So you don't, everything is not always going to be perfect. But let's say you have a couple calories over today, don't do it tomorrow. Or let's say that workout today wasn't the best. Oh well. Another thing I would is the tracking and accountability. I wish Body for Life did have an app that you could track everything. Unfortunately, they don't have it. As a matter of fact, Body for Life is gone as we know it. But once again, even in your calendar, you can still track, you can still hold yourself accountable, which is why I'm doing all of mine on video, because that's how I hold myself accountable. Now, let's move on to with 75 Hard, the all or nothing. It was extreme. Even in the military, if like, for example, when I couldn't climb the rope, I didn't go back. I went to the beginning of the course to run the entire course and try it again. I didn't have to start from day one of recruit training. all over again. I didn't have to go back to receiving and do it all over again. I think that was the thing I did out. And the reason is because stuff like that can make people give up entirely, especially if they get to, let's say, day 60. You know, if it's like the first few days, who cares? We start over again. But when you get deep into 75 hard and you're at day 62, 63, 64, or even day 70, 71, and you fail, it is demoralizing. And you don't want to start over again. You don't want to try again. That's why I would say probably no, you repeat the day. Or you start the week over again. Like, you know, or you start that 10-day block again. But to me, it is the all or nothing. Another aspect is I don't think 2 workouts a day it's not really a good thing for you, especially for 75 whole days. Now, this does depend on you. What are your 2 workouts a day? If it's like 2 45-minute walks at moderate pace, like I was doing with some body weight movements sprinkled in, even though you still do need a rest day, you could take a 7th day as a active rest day where you're still doing something for 45 minutes. But I think when people hear 2 workouts a day, they're thinking bodybuilding, wrestling, and that can lead to burnout, overtraining, risk of injury. And you know, the one thing I keep saying is before you start anything, go talk to your own physical therapist or physiotherapist. Talk to your own registered dietitian, because if you don't, you do have a chance of just going and finding something online, and that could be the wrong thing, and you could end up having disordered eating, body image issues like some of us do have, because we're looking at ourselves every single day. We're seeing some of these changes. But that juxtaposes Gymshark66, where there is no structure. The structure is just get up, do my stretching, do my cold shower, and then eat fruit and veg with every meal. There's no real structure in there. So, and 9 times out of 10, you could pick the things you really want. You could pick whatever it is you want. You could pick 3 things you're already doing, and guess what? You're just finishing up a wheel. Also, motivation can be a problem, because here's the thing. If there's nothing on the line, guess what? You may give up. That is a very big, that it could happen. You know, like I say, with not body for life, with 75 hard, nobody wants to start over from the beginning. Whereas if there's no penalty, guess what? You could just hit 3 things a day, boom, you're done. Then again, I know people that do that with 75 hard. I'm not going to say any names, but one person that said they were going to do this with me, the air just kicked on. Now, the thing about Body for Life, and I'm going to say this very loud. I love Bill Phillips. I love EAS. It's dated. This book came out at a time when everyone was on a low-fat craze. Low fat, low fat. Now we know different things. When this book came out actually 25, 26, 27 years ago, we didn't know everything we know now. As a matter of fact, this is how this works now. When this book came out, ACL, MCL tears were career ending. They were career enders. Now, that's an 8-week, you're out. That's a year out. Same thing with Achilles tendon. You never came back from stuff like that. Same with back injuries. We are now in a day and age where we know more about the human body. We know more about our nutrition. And we do realize now that we don't, you can still have a good amount of fat just from the right sources. The other thing is, sometimes, now, even though it is 45 minutes a day for 6 days, that still can be a little taxing on some people. I know if you have a busy life schedule, then it will be a little taxing, but it can be done. The last thing is that free day. What exactly is a free day to some people? And do you have the discipline? Not everyone has the discipline to say, okay, today I'm going to eat a value-sized onion ring, a Whopper Jr., a Coke Zero, and an ice cream, and that's it for that meal, or whatever, what have you. Not everyone has that. So I think that is the thing I don't like about those three. So let's move on to having your room on the top floor of a house sucks. I need a basement. I need a basement bedroom. Anyway, I think what all three of them gets right is a level of structured framework for how to do things. Example, 75 hard, you have a framework. This is what you're going to do every single day for 75 days. You're going to take your progress picture, you're going to read 10 pages, you're going to do 2 workouts a day, you're going to drink your gallon of water. It's right there. You can time block that how you want to. Same thing with Gymshark66. You're going to do this a day. You're going to do your 3 things a day. You're going to take your cold shower first thing in the morning, last thing at night. You're going to eat your vegetables with every meal. If you eat 3 times a day, you're going to eat vegetables 3 times a day. If you eat 6 times a day, you're going to eat it 6 times a day. Stuff like that. Body for life, same thing. You're going to eat 6 meals a day. You're not really eating 6 meals a day. You're probably eating 2 to 3 times a day with 2 shakes and a smoothie. Now, if you want to eat 6 times a day, you can. I'm not going to, because fuck. I struggle right now with the 3 meals right now, and when you start adding shakes and smoothies in, but all 3 of them gives you structure. The one thing they also do is consistency. If you do it enough times, it becomes second nature to you. Like I said, I think I said this in the video, there were mornings where I said, hey, I'm going to just take the day out from walking. I'm not going to do anything today. I'm just going to relax, chill out, hang out at home. And what do y'all see me do? All right, guys, so we're 7,000 steps in, and I know I said I was going to stop at 5,000, but here we are. Because that's consistency. It's actually called discipline. Not motivation, discipline. You may not want to do it, but you know you got to get out there and do it, because once you lay in this bed and you do nothing all day, it's going to feel good, and you're going to say, well, I'm going to do this again, and then again, and again. All 3 of them also promote a thing called accountability. That's something some people don't know about. Hello there, Mr. Angry Vigilante. Why don't you go take care of them 7 kids in the Hermiston? Anyway, the one thing I love about all of them is you track your habits and it holds you accountable. But the other thing is, the reason why I love doing this on video, it holds me accountable even more. Did you really do that workout? Did you really step in that cold shower? Are you really eating those veggies you said you're eating? You see it in the video. But I won't say you have to actually do it the way I'm doing it. And the last thing I love that I think all 3 of them do get right is they do focus on nutrition and exercise, especially Body for Life and 75 Hard. Because Gymshark66, you can pick 3 mind things. You don't have to pick, you could really pick whatever you want. But I picked mind, movement, nutrition. So I get one of everything. Whereas with 75 Hard and Body for Life, they are nutrition and movement. So I think that's what they got right. But here's the last one. And this is the good one. Gymshark66. Here's why. It's a better, if you're only going to do one of these, or if you do want to do all three of them, start with Gymshark66. It is a better entry. It's a lower barrier to entry. It's kind of like I say when people want to start taking supplements. Don't go out and get Ghost. Don't go out and get Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler. Don't go out and start out with that stuff you get from Walmart. Start out with the C4, start out with the 6-star. 6-star is actually really good. Start out with stuff like that. Learn how to take it daily, consistently. Sometimes you might just love that stuff and just stay there. Sometimes you do elevate up to the Redcon 1s, the Ghost, the Accent Sledges, the Rises. That stuff costs a little bit more money. It's a little bit more not calculated, calibrated, whatever the word is. But start out with the basics. Start out with the Walmart stuff. Learn how to take it consistently. You may not even want supplements after that. You may say, "No, I'm gonna stick with regular stuff, regular food." Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Stay there. But same thing with Gymshark66. It's a low barrier to entry. So, and there's really nothing on the line. There's really nothing on the line. So that's why I would start here. Habit formation. That's all you're really doing. And it's more flexible. It's more forgiving. If you mess up on a day, you start from day one. But it could lead you to the mental discipline, the mental and physical discipline to then go into 75 hard. Only when you do 75 hard will you then say, okay, I'm ready for Body for Life. The AC went off and it's still hot as balls up here. Anyway, I know you probably saw that thumbnail and you're like, wait a minute, why is he comparing fitness programs to space? So America's foray into space was 3 programs: Mercury, Gemini, Apollo. For me, 75 hard was my Mercury. Gymshark66 is my Gemini, and Body for Life will be my Apollo. Now, first things first, I know some of you are listening saying, Brandon, I think you mean Gemini. No, motherfucker, it's Gemini. Okay, go watch the stuff from the 60s. Go ahead. They call it Gemini. If you don't like that, I don't give a damn. Go argue with some guy who's probably dead by now. Go ahead. I'll wait. As a matter of fact, record yourself. We all need a launch pad. To me, 75 hard was the perfect launch pad for me, because I need to know that I can hold on to certain things. I want to know that I could build the mental fortitude to come into Body for Life. But I knew I wasn't exactly ready yet, just in case I couldn't go to the gym, which I did get cleared to go back to the gym. I'm actually waiting to move into my new place that has a gym, a very nice gym. I will do a gym tour when I can. Well, as soon as I get into my place. But I decided to do Gymshark66 in the middle as my Gemini to test out certain things. Example, as you saw with Body for Life, I didn't always have vegetables every single day. it was usually rice, beans, and a meat. Now I'm getting to test certain things out. That was the bridge between Mercury and Apollo. Technically, Apollo was always there. It was always Project Apollo, but we didn't have all of this technology figured out yet. So we had to figure it. First, we had to build the technology, which is Mercury. Then we had to test all of that out. Gemini, Apollo, body for life. That's where we get to test out if everything I've learned here comes here. And I think we're doing very well. I think we're doing very, very, very well. So how does this all tie in to Body for Life? You guys, when I do the prologue, it's not prelogue, it's prologue. I got it wrong. I'm sorry. Roast me in the comments all you want to. I'm not going to read it. But when we get to the prologue, I will tell you exactly what's going to come with me and what's not going to come with me. Quite a bit will, but some of it won't. So, that was my video. I hope you all like it. Leave your comments down in the description if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel for more. I will see you some other time. It's hot. I'm going downstairs.